Well, hey, my friend, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week, I want to share with you three unique, I think unique, fun fall Halloween type crafts. This first one is, I'm calling it a bat bow. So you know how much I am obsessed with bows. This one is a super simple zip tie bow to start with. So you just take any ribbon. I liked black for a bat, but you can use any color you want. That's where the creativity comes in. And then you're just going to create the zip tie bow. You're going to dovetail or mermaid tail the tails, and then you're going to take a little section of the loop and cut it in uneven sizes. So when you take it, you're going to cut it in uneven sizes and then just dovetail those two pieces as well. I decided to put a little bat sticker in the center. You can, of course, use something spookier. You can use bling. You can use whatever you desire, but doesn't it just resemble a bat? I thought it kind of resembled a bat and was cute. I put it here on a wreath as part of my O for my home on my wall, and I thought that kind of turned out cute. I put some 3D bats on there as well, and then I ended up also using it over on a ladder just to give you like another idea. This is just a farmhouse ladder in my living room, and I love it. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you like ideas like this, I would love it if you subscribed and hit that notification bell and gave this video a thumbs up. All right, craft number 2 is going to be these Dollar Tree frames. These are everywhere right now, and people are making the cutest decor with them. So I decided to get a little bit crafty, a little bit unique, and this time I'm taking out the backing of this and adding in a napkin. So I love using napkins in my crafts because they seem to be super easy to find, and they come in such a variety of fun patterns. And I love buffalo check. I don't know about you, but that is one of my favorite. I call it a color, is buffalo check. So I'm just kind of deciding how I want the buffalo check to come through on the other side of the frame and placing it just so. And then I decided to use a light colored pencil to just go ahead and outline the glass so that I had the exact right measurements. I cut the piece to fit, and then what I ended up doing, you're not going to see it here on the video, but I ended up going back and flipping the napkin over because the darkest part was a little too dark for this project. But I put back all the pieces, all the guts, I call it, and put the frame back together. This is just a Dollar Tree transfer. I'm loving transfers. They are so versatile and easy to use in any project. I love some of the ones that the Dollar Tree ends up having that are seasonal. This one just happened to be perfect for this, and I'm just placing it here in the center. And then, of course, with any transfer, you're going to be rubbing it from one side of your sticker to the actual piece that you want it to be applied to. And I'm just using a vintage spoon for this. I'm getting my tweezers here because this one barely fit in the center here of this frame, and I needed to be able to pull it back at the same time as I use the spoon to get it removed from the sticker backing. So you will see the final there. It looked really, really good. And then on the final reveal, you'll see kind of how it turns out. But for this one, the white one, I just flipped over the piece that was in the center just to make it super easy. You know how much I love an easy craft. And then I'm taking just some chalk pens, and I'm drawing on a little ghosty ghouly face with a mouth, super simple. And I'm going to add one of my traditional messy bows. So if you've been around a minute, you know how much I love to create my messy bows. This time, I'm just taking 3 scrap pieces of fabric that seem to be kind of in a Halloween theme, and I am cutting them into average squares. Now remember, with the messy bow, I'll link the video here for the full tutorials on how to do this, but you are going to want to make the squares in the size of the bow that you want. Then you're going to cut little tiny notches and you're going to rip them. This is such a stress relieving project. I love ripping the fabric. It is super therapeutic. And then you're going to just kind of fix the strings, pull them off a little bit. But that is the messy part. That's part of the messy part. We have more messiness coming up. But then I'm just going to lay them kind of in a crisscross pattern until I have the design that I want. Really for this one, it's going to turn out more like a pom-pom, so you don't have to be very particular. I'm just using a zip tie to secure all of the little scrap pieces together, as you see. And then I'm going to put it in my hand like a bouquet. You see how I kind of have it as like a bouquet? And I'm going to use my fabric scissors to trim this down. There is the mess. That is what we're looking for in a messy bow, is a big fat mess when you're finished. I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue to put this onto the ghosty ghouly picture frame and make it a girl ghost. And I think she's adorable. What do you think? I ended up putting a little piece of bling on her, and then you can kind of see where on the other one I flipped the napkin and I added a little piece of black floral. Now this third craft is one of my favorites. It is a bow garland, and you are going to want your finger covers. They sell those at Dollar Tree, but it's going to protect your fingers from hot glue, I promise. So the first thing we're going to do is create our own ribbon, and I'm doing this by taking a basic color and adding a skinnier ribbon on top to kind of create our own Halloween ribbon. Sometimes you can go in the store and just not find exactly what you want, or if you're doing something like a bow garland and you want multiple different ribbons for this, you might have to get a little creative to kind of get all the colors pulled together the way that you want. And that's what I did with this. And I did repeat this for 2 strips of ribbon that I had. Now, I am going to go ahead and make little tiny bows with all the rest of my ribbon. And I started with a black satin ribbon that had a little bit of glitter to it, and then this polka dot ribbon that I thought was adorable. And I have actually mermaid or dovetailed every single one of these bows. Now I'm just doing the zip tie bow again, and I used that other ribbon and cut it to size to fit the others. Now the size doesn't matter. You can make it however big of bows you want for your garland. I decided ultimately to add little buttons to these bows. It was a last minute entry into the craft, but I thought it made all the difference. And this is how you attach the bows together. Now there are other ways. You can staple the bows together. You can also attach them with a clothing attachment, the thing that you put the price tags on with. They sell those on Amazon. But I just thought it'd be simple to use hot glue. Now that I have the ribbon bow, I had like a pattern going the way that I wanted. I decided to last minute, it is a Hail Mary, an audible, whatever you want to call it, add more buttons to each of the different ribbons. So I added white to the polka dot, and I added a black to the two-toned homemade ribbon. What do you think? I have it up here on the mantle for you to see kind of close up how all of the patterns and colors kind of blended and mixed and matched together. I hope you love it. I hope it inspires you to make one. You can make one for every single season, my friend. All right. I appreciate you so much always for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I have a goal for my friends to all join me over here. Then click the next video and I'll see you there.